Good evening, everyone. Yesterday, CNN's signal went dark for nearly 30 minutes.
Don't hate me, hate the Chinese. I'm also glad that we're not hearing this point anymore that your weight is genetic.
Gutfeld opened with rapid-fire jokes before moving into a serious debate about artificial intelligence and the enormous data centers needed to power it. Greg argued that America cannot slow down while competitors such as China continue developing AI. His panel questioned the cost, electricity demand, and environmental impact of the infrastructure behind that technology. The show then revisited ᗷᗇEᗩKIட்டிG's viral interview with Jesse Watters, examined Target's controversial Halloween costume, considered whether weight loss drugs could influence violent behavior, and ended with an Alaska election involving enough men named Dan Sullivan to confuse both voters and their own family group chat. Let's begin with the growing battle over AI infrastructure. Centers are the physical engines behind artificial intelligence, but communities are worried about their electricity consumption, cooling water, noise, and impact on local land. Those concerns should not be dismissed as imaginary. The real question is whether better regulation and infrastructure can address them without stopping technological development. Greg sees the backlash as political fear replacing practical problem-solving. The moment somebody says server farm at a town hall meeting, half the room imagines innovation and the other half imagines. Greg compares AI resistance to the panic that surrounded earlier technological changes. His central point is valid. New technology often eliminates certain jobs while creating industries that were previously impossible to imagine. But AI is moving faster than the automobile revolution, and its effects could reach employment, education, cybersecurity, and personal privacy simultaneously. America therefore needs two things at once: aggressive innovation and rules protecting ordinary people from preventable harm. Unfortunately, Washington normally handles one thing at a time, and spends the first 6 months deciding what to name the commission. Is funny because it exposes one of AI's most powerful abilities. It can make almost any idea sound organized, intelligent, and reasonable. Greg asks it to promote communism and then cannibalism, and both answers arrive sounding like presentations from an expensive consulting company. That does not mean AI believes anything. It means the software can arrange language persuasively without possessing judgment or morality. If a computer can make cannibalism sound like sustainable recycling, every suspicious corporate PowerPoint now deserves a background check. The technology is powerful, but the person writing the prompt still determines where it goes. Kat offers the most practical AI application of the evening, protecting her marriage from unnecessary soup-related phone calls. That is probably where AI works best for ordinary people, summarizing information, comparing choices, and handling questions that do not require another human being to abandon an important meeting. AI can help choose between chicken noodle and clam chowder. It should not replace conversations about love, grief, or serious personal decisions. The machine may understand every ingredient in the soup, but it cannot understand why your spouse is annoyed that you called 4 times before lunch. Artificial intelligence, advancing medicine and saving marriages one bowl and begins with medical policy and suddenly becomes a discussion about Jesse Watters' personal anatomy. ᗷᗇEᗩKIட்டிG's argument is that parents and doctors already make medical decisions involving children. Jesse responds that circumcision and gender transition procedures are not medically or ethically equivalent. That disagreement deserves a serious debate involving evidence, age restrictions, and parental authority. But the clip went viral because Jesse answered the question before realizing he could simply refuse. You can almost see his brain complete the process in real time. Answer first, remember privacy second, look confused third. It was the exact moment live television discovered that HIPAA had left the studio. Costume and apologized after critics said its exaggerated mouth and facial design resembled racist caricatures. Tyrus sees an ugly clown costume featuring a black child. Other viewers see imagery connected to an offensive historical tradition. Both reactions explain why the photograph became controversial so quickly. A company selling products nationally should recognize that visual history matters, even when offense was not the intention. But Target somehow made a clown costume and ended up starring in its own corporate circus. The child model got paid, social media got angry, executives wrote an apology, and the actual costume disappeared faster than a clown at a serious job interview. ᗷᖇEᗩKIட்டிG turns violent criminals into peaceful citizens. It found that the link between impulsivity and violence appeared weaker among current GLP-1 users than among former users. That is interesting, but it is preliminary research, not permission to install ᗷᖇEᗩKIட்டிG dispensers beside police stations. Cat connects appetite, addiction, and impulse control, then immediately wonders whether heavier criminals would be easier to catch. Only Gutfeld can turn a medical study into a discussion about waffles falling from a suspect's pocket. For now, GLP-1 drugs remain treatments for diabetes and weight management, not Batman in a syringe.
Up next, Alaska's election mess.
Named Dan Sullivan and a former mayor named Dan Sullivan endorsing one of the other Dan Sullivans. Ranked choice voting was already confusing enough. Now the ballot looks like somebody opened their phone contacts and searched only the word Dan. The candidates have different middle initials, political backgrounds, and ballot labels so attentive voters can distinguish them. But campaign advertising may require name tags, family photographs, and possibly fingerprints. This story is the perfect Gutfeld ending, real political consequences wrapped inside an absurd situation that already sounds like a sitcom. America may still be debating AI, but Alaska could use it immediately, just to identify which Dan is talking.